Hello and welcome back to the Salisha Show. I'm your host, Salisha Thomas, and I'm excited because I've been doing these interviews with my castmates from Once Upon a One More Time over the course of, I don't even know, like since rehearsals. And so now at this point I don't know when this will air, but at this point, we have gone through tech. Not only have we gone through tech, we've opened. Not only have we opened, we've gotten through our entire run, and we we actually stayed healthy. And usually I'd be knocking on wood and everything, but we've already closed. Like, we did it. It's in the books. And so now, since we're done, I'm sitting down with one of my castmates that I did not get to during the run. And I'm so excited. Just seeing his face warms my whole heart, my whole spirit. He has such a chill vibe. He's such a sweet soul. And he's mother freaking talented. Here's a little rundown of some of the things he's done. He's toured with Pippin. He starred in Anastasia on tour. He also toured with American in Paris, so you know he can dance, okay? He made his Broadway debut in Anastasia. And, okay, we're going to have to fact check this. I think he might be fluent in French and also is a figure skater. I'm sorry, what? And he's also a writer. Y'all, some of the most luscious lips I have ever seen on a man's face. Please help me from Once Upon a One More Time, Stephen Brower.
Stop it. You're embarrassing me.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, thank
What's
you.
up?
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me. This is so fun. I got to tell you all, like, straight up, the French thing is total BS. That is some resume padding, honey.
Shut up. Wait, how can you? But what if they ask you, Stephen?
Je parle français pour pendant l'école.
Okay, well, that was really sexy.
Yeah, we give him the line. We give him the one line, and then we're good.
But have you ever been in a room where they're like, oh, I speak French, and then they have a conversation?
No, it doesn't, surprisingly not a very necessary skill. Still to this day, I'm like, wow, I really should have taken Spanish. That would have been helpful.
Wait, seriously though, we don't speak any Spanish?
I'm learning. So my boyfriend is Mexican, so I'm like trying to learn Spanish, but learning as an adult, it's just, and no one is like telling you to turn in your assignments and do your homework. So it's just tough. But yeah, I've been getting pretty conversational with it. If I have a little whiskey, I can speak a little better. It's the truth.
I love that. I have on my resume, because I don't even try to lie. I'm like, world's worst dialect. Ask me for any dialect.
Oh my God. Can you give us an example? Give me a British. Give me like a Royal British.
Royal? I could do Royal British or Cockney. They really sound the same. I just feel like, hello, I am from British Columbia. My name is Salisha, and I don't know why you're laughing, but I'm trying to teach you a lesson, sir.
I think you booked it.
Honestly, I worked on that accent for so long, and I went in for Harry Potter.
And how'd it go?
He didn't even look up. He didn't even look up at me. I was like, Ari,
no.
I thought we were friends.
Oh no, Salish. Oh no. You can't have it all. There you go. You have a weakness. There's your one weakness, dialects.
I worked so hard.
That's so funny.
So I want to check in. Mm-hmm. How are we feeling? You're here in New York City right now?
We're definitely feeling.
How are you? How have you been? It's been a couple of weeks since maybe like 3 weeks or something like that, since we've closed Once Upon a One More Time. How's your heart? Where's your head?
It's interesting. We are accustomed to having short gigs and then finishing them out and it being kind of weird for a little bit, that like unemployment blues for a second, and you just don't have the stimulation that you had during a show, or like the responsibility or the purpose. So that was all sort of to be expected. But on top of that, yeah, just my body really went into like, oh no, we're going to be employed for another year and a half. Like the fear that we experienced in 2020, I definitely felt that again. And it was like, oh, I'm never going to work again a day in my life. Like I'm never going to have an opportunity. I'm never going to have this community again. It was just like I was acting so strange. Like I was expecting to come back to New York and everything just kind of snap right back into place. And I'll admit it was a little difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously I feel that too. Like, oh gosh, time out. My connection might be slow. Can
Mhm.
you still hear me?
I can still hear you fine,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, great. I can hear you too. But no, I totally feel that, and it's a weird thing. These short gigs. I'm like, it would be so nice to hear
Yeah.
if we need to be putting something on the calendar or not.
Yeah. I mean, I feel you, and it's such a special one that like we yeah, and we were looking forward to it for so long. So and then with the whole Omicron thing towards the end of the run, like just letting that anxiety go has had a real toll on my um reacclimating to New York City, to like living with my boyfriend again, to auditioning for things or not auditioning enough or getting a side gig. Like all of these things just feel more loaded than they would pre-pandemic, obviously.
No, yeah, totally. Have you been into any in-person auditions?
Not in person. I've been self-tape central over here. Today I literally dropped $170 on a self-tape setup because I have I have none of the gadgets, the tripod,
Yeah.
the backdrop, all of that. But I got this email from my agents. It was like agency wide, like, you guys, this is a forever thing, so let's get good at it. And I'm like, well, that sucks because it's so unfair and it's so not what we like to do or feel good at. And even just the fact that I had to spend
Mhm.
$170 on that. I mean, I've spent money on dance studios. I've spent money on buying friends meals because they've taken time out of their day to be my reader. Like, it's costing us so much more time and energy and money. And it just makes it all even more unfair than it was before. So it
I
sucks.
agree. I agree, and I love that your agent said that because, you know, it's one thing to feel like, to dread it every single time there's a self-tape, but then if you can begin, and I say you, I'm really talking to me, if I can begin to wrap my mind around like, "Okay, I think this is a thing."
Yeah.
Oh, don't get me started on my backdrop, like, I've
You got a
got the
cute
little
little setup in this
tripod.
closet here. What's this going on? Like a
Honey,
little
this is
paint.
my little closet. I literally am like, I had saved this closet for so long trying to manifest a man into my life, and then I actually did, and he didn't want the closet. I was like, "Cool.
Cool. Double
Cool.
score.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh, we'll we'll take that." But that's so real, and, your boyfriend, is he still
Eh.
in Moulin Rouge?
Yeah.
Is he
Yeah,
s
that was the other thing. Like we're pandemic lovers. So then coming out of the pandemic, right before we left for DC, actually, like neither of us had ever been in a show schedule together before. So I left for DC. He started Moulin Rouge on Broadway, which is incredible. Um, but also, like, he's never done a musical in his life. Like, this is a dancer. Like, apart from probably like high school, like probably playing high school musical in high school, I don't think he's ever he's never worn a mic on stage. So like he is going through this
Oh,
huge life change. Yeah, it's crazy. And to come back with that, um, we're just like really trying to figure it out because right now I'm working from 8 to 5 in the day, and he's working obviously the opposite. So
at night.
yeah. So like I
Ooh.
do have a boyfriend, but where is he? Your guess is as good as mine.
Shut
Just
up
kidding. The
right
Alhurspell,
now!
Tuesday through Sunday.
Come on.
No, but
Oh my
it's
gosh. I love that, and I feel that, and, that is something I was talking about with Diana when we were backstage, being swings together in the show, like, she was talking about how, like, um, telling her new husband, like, how the flow of her career goes and, like, what it means to be in a show t and then unemployed afterwards, and something that you mentioned kinda strikes a bell. It's like, not only were we in a show, Steven, we were mounting a new show. So there was no blueprint for
Yeah.
it, meaning it was all-consuming. So to go from an all-consuming, like, we're in tech, we're changing lines, we're
Mhm.
changing dance
Mhm.
numbers on stage, to go from that to unemployed is like
Just nothingness. Yeah. Yeah. If the listener can't see, Salisha is currently holding the walls of her closet, trying to keep her life together.
I'm holding the wall, trying to where's the duct tape? Let me just duct tape my life together.
Yeah. No, you're
Because
right.
I
I
feel like if
mean,
you're not in the field
yeah,
keep going.
you can't know what it's like. I mean, I didn't really even understand what it was like until we were doing it, because I have only ever, for these big jobs at least, that I have been so fortunate to do, they've been jumping into something that already existed. I have never like created a track. I have never made such big decisions about what's happening on stage. So it was, yeah, you have to be like obsessed with it. It's all consuming. So once we left that,
Yeah,
it was like, whoa, okay. I felt like I
yeah.
had such importance, and now I am sitting on the couch.
Yeah, it's funny to hear you say this because you are important, but, like, to see that, like, this transition, I think a lot of people who I don't know if there's anybody listening who, like, they're in college, they wanna get into this field, but, like, at one point, I had this idea of what Broadway is like. You just get
Hmm.
on Broadway, and then you're just always in a show, and you're always but it's really hard to, like, do that. Not impossible, but it is very especially with the pandemic just lurching around the corner. It's like, no, there are flows. There are periods of
Hmm.
all-consuming. There are periods of just
Hmm.
being a replacement, all of these things. So, it's normal. This that
Yeah.
we're it's all normal.
As weird as it feels, yeah, it's all normal.
As weird as it feels, and the answer to your question earlier, yes, you will work again. You will be employed again. Steven,
Thank
you're
you.
amazing.
Thank you,
You're
Salisha. So are
amazing.
you. Thank you.
I
Thanks,
wanna
sweet
know, like,
girl.
how long have you been dancing? Because you 'Cause you're a great dancer. You're
Thanks.
amazing.
Wow, that's really sweet of you to say. It's I didn't start dancing till I was 16. Uh Before that though, I actually was a figure skater. I that part on my resume is correct. So
Come on!
so I think the transition between ice skating and dancing was like, easier than if I hadn't done that. But yeah, I didn't start dancing till I was like 16. I growing up, I always wanted to be an actor, but somehow fell into ice skating. Like, it's so random. And
Fall into ice skating.
well,
See
I mean, truthfully, okay, so here's what happened. So my parents divorced when I was in first grade. No drama. We're all good now. We love both. They're happy with each other, all that. But
we love.
they divorced when I was in first grade, and my aunt moved back to Oklahoma, where I'm from, to sort of like help my mom raise us and just like help with the transition and stuff. And she was like very eccentric. She would take me to do things like rock climbing and bowling, and she was just trying to keep me entertained because I was never really into like sports. I mean, figure skating, but like not like your typical after school sports. So she would keep me busy. And then I guess one day, this coach at the rink was like, oh, he's pretty good. Maybe I could offer him some lessons. And then all of a sudden I was taking lessons. And then I remember my mom telling this, that she like got a phone call one day from a random person that was like, "So we've got Steven signed up for Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays." And my mom was like, for what? Like, didn't even know that I was ice skating. So then, yeah, cut to like 6 years of doing that and really, really loving it. And I really thought for a second that this was going to be my life. Like, this coach told me, if I were you, now would be the time to leave your partner, move down to Texas and train with me, and you could make it as far as like the junior worlds and be homeschooled, all of that. Like, essentially give up your life, come down and skate with me. And I was
What?
like, yeah, it was psycho. And I was like, wait, junior worlds? That doesn't sound good enough. I feel like I want to be on Broadway. And so,
Oh, I would have been like, "Where's Disney on Ice? Call me."
okay, listen. So I feel like at some point in my career, the two will come back together. I don't know how.
Right? Do you do you still skate? Like, if you were to get a pair of ice skates, would you be like, "Oh, I know how this goes"? Is it like riding a bike? Or are you like, "Uh-oh, I don't know how to do it." Like, how does it work?
Well, I'll say that falling is a lot scarier as an adult than it was as a child. Like, you're so fearless, and then and then now I'm like, no, bitch.
That's the
I'm much higher up from the ice. I don't want to fall.
yes.
But yeah, I had like a little pandemic moment where like the ice rinks were opening back up, so I got a new pair of skates and like would skate every morning with this random group of people. It was really fun. I still really love it.
Um, I am so in love with you, and I love that, like, I had no idea about that during our
It's my
run of
dark,
the
dark
show, so I'm
past.
glad. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And also, can we talk about this film called Work that you have on YouTube?
Oh gosh, yeah.
What the heck?
You
What the
know,
freaking heck?
yeah, I think that was like probably right when I moved to New York, and just I always like to be doing something that I creatively can have control over, because I feel like in our business as performers, we often have to like wait for an opportunity to appear for us, as opposed to just making shit with friends. And that was like a great time with a friend of mine. I've done like a couple like dance films like that, and I always try to just like keep myself busy with artistic endeavors that just make me feel like it's that sense of purpose, that we were just talking about. Like, make it feel like we are doing something artistically worthy every day. I don't know, because I can't like wake up and check the stock market. That's just like not my skill set.
So for those who are listening who you're like, "What is this move thing?" Steven, and correct me if I'm wrong, you choreographed this duet dance piece, and got it filmed and put it out. It looks so good. Like, the quality is so good, but also the what you're doing, it you guys look amazing.
Thank you. Thanks. Sorry, I just had to run to grab my charger because I'm gonna run out of battery. Thank you.
Oh, no. We can pause.
No. You're good. You're good. I'll take it back from the top of that question.
Okay. For those that don't know what move is,
Work.
work is this video that we're talking about. I'm saying move because there's so much movement, but it's called Work. Steven choreographed this piece, a duet piece. You and this beautiful woman, and you're dancing, and the quality is fantastic, and it's really moving. And I am like, have you done more of those? And if so, where are they? And if you haven't, what the heck? Why would you not do that again?
I thanks for all of that. I did another one that I was really proud of, called Devoted, where I had these three amazing Black women who were all some way or another were connected to like Ailey. I like had met them in different ways, but um, and it was so random. And then I had my friend like compose the music for it, and we went out to Brooklyn one day and shot it in this like insanely gorgeous industrial like place, and it was really fun and really fulfilling and awesome. But it also cost me money. You know, I did like a crowdfunder for it or whatever it's called, GoFundMe for it. But, you know, those projects, at least when I was younger, they seemed so accessible. And um, now I'm like, that's money. And what is it for? And now I have to submit it to festivals and do all this stuff. And you get bogged down with like all of that, like the paperwork side of it. And yeah, but I'm glad that you like are moved by that stuff. That was a real like chapter of my time in New York. Now I feel like my energies are just kind of focused on other things.
Um, I just I'm feeling inspired, and it's funny because earlier in this interview, you're like, I feel like I'm just sitting on the couch and I'm looking at all these other things that you're doing, and I'm just trying to figure
Oh
out how you're doing so much. I read your pilot that you have online
my God.
about, and it like you write about figure skating in that one episode that I looked at, and I just am. How much writing are you doing?
I'm
Have
trying
you
to do
always written?
well, I'm trying to do more writing. I've been writing music or lyrics for a really long time. My friend Brian and I have like a little band and like perform music and stuff. And we've been doing that for a while. And, and I'm trying to like, I actually was talking to John Hartmere, John Hartmere, our book writer, our amazing book writer, because um, I just like respect him so much and think he's one of the funniest people on planet E. And he was just
He's pretty
sharing,
funny.
he is pretty funny. And he was just sharing like some great, you know, starter tools as a screenwriter. And he helped me sort of like, he sort of mentored me on like shaping that pilot. And I'm trying to write a musical now. I don't know, Salisha. I'm just throwing a bunch of pasta at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Oh my gosh. That is so great. And a lesson that I'm hearing here is when you have access to people or
Hmm.
resources, use them. We literally were hanging out with John Hartmere, who has written a lot of great stuff.
Hmm.
And I wish he liked podcasts. I asked him to come on here. He was like, I do not like talking. I don't like talking. I'm terrified of it. I'm like, oh
That's funny.
no.
Yeah, I can't imagine him on a podcast, to be honest. I love him to death, but I can't
I
imagine him on a podcast.
He's so funny and it's just a conversation. But anyway, like you had access to him and you were able to utilize that. Like there is a message, there's a lesson in that. So just
Yeah.
just saying.
I mean, I don't
Um
know what the future holds for me, but I know that I always like want to have some form. I always come back to performing. Like that's what I want to do at least for the next many, many years. But I also try to keep this other life alive on the quote unquote other side of the table. Like try and put the work in other things just to see what sticks. Like choreographing, for instance. That was something I tried for a while and have taken a step back from. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I liked what I did, but I think that's for other people. That's another person's skill set, and now I know that. And I think I just keep trying a bunch of different things. And like you said, if you have the resources, use them. I've been very grateful to like have work and have the freedom to like explore things and pull money out of my own pocket that like you know it's much easier said than done to do that kind of stuff. So it is not lost on me that I'm also like in a position of privilege to be able to explore all those different things.
I love it. I love that. What is your ethnic makeup, Stephen?
White.
Oh,
I was waiting
you're
for a
not
big
mixed with
laugh.
anything?
I was waiting for a huge laugh. No, not really. I mean, the most is Spanish. Like I'm like 1/16 Spanish, but like no, we've been Texas folks for a long, long time.
Shut up.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I come from a bunch of cattle ranchers and oil people.
Oh my god! I absolutely thought you okay. I thought you were mixed with a few different things. I had no idea, but that
Really
makes
fun.
sense
I
because
love that.
people always. I totally did. I'm like, I I feel like you're representing so many things, but you're you're a beautiful white man. So
I'm representing whiteness. Great. Oh
have you
God.
ever been cast in any ethnically ambiguous roles?
No, I'm happy to
Did I
say that I have not been cast in any ethnically ambiguous roles. I mean, yeah, no. I think the worst situation I've been in is like maybe callbacks for Paul in a chorus line. But no, never got the part. So luckily, I think it's probably for the best.
and I realize now that I'm asking that, I realize that was totally a trick
I
question. I
mean,
did not
what
mean
if
to.
what if I had like an amazing answer? I'm like, yeah, Seymour in Hairspray.
Oh, if you were like, yeah, I'm cast in black roles all the time, people
Wait,
would
did
be
I
like,
just say
what the heck,
Seymour?
Steven?
That's how white I am.
You did say
This is Seymour in Hairspray. That's how white I am. There you go.
Seymour. Wait, you meant seaweed.
Seaweed.
Oh
Yikes.
my gosh. Okay. Um, and let's see here. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you because I am gonna let you go soon. I'm like,
No, you're fine. You're
I feel
fine.
like I've gotten to know you better in this little 25 minutes. In and so that is my hope is so that anybody who's listening who's like, "Oh my gosh, I love that show," like that they would get to know you better too.
Mhm.
Um, what is your audition story? How did you find the Britney Spears musical?
So it's kind of a good one, actually. I remember it first because my friend Ryan, our friend Ryan, was going in for it on like, yeah, our friend Ryan. He was going in for it on like a Sunday, and he was complaining. He was like, "Do I really want to go in for the Britney Spears show?" And I'm like, "Yes, bitch. It sounds so fun. Do it." So I remember
Yeah.
he went
Yes.
in, yeah. He went in and I guess got a call back and then like came over to my apartment to like read through the audition material. And it was like this part that they had all the guys read that later became Erudite. Like they rewrote it to be like his role, like Prince Erudite. So I remember like coaching him on that a little bit. Like okay, maybe not coaching, but just helping him on that. He went in, he killed it, whatever. He was like not going to be around for the final callbacks. So then maybe 2 weeks later, I went to an open call for it. I was like, I can't get an appointment for this, but screw it. Like I feel like auditioning for something. So I went in and I sang and I got a call back, which was great. And I danced and didn't think much of it, and then got a call back to like read Prince Charming stuff. So I'm like, okay, this is okay, and I love this role. Like the role is so funny. So I
Right?
go in and I'm like so ready to just make some big choices, but I'm so nervous. And I go in and I'm like maybe two notes into "Oops, I Did It Again." The fire alarm for the building goes off.
Are you kidding?
Like for the whole studio. Like it's just screaming fire alarm going off, and I'm like, I clearly can't. I mean, we're trained to like just keep going, but I'm like, I can't. There's no way.
No.
There's literally no way. It's like
Fire alarm.
I'm like, oops, I did it.
No.
Okay. So Paul Hart like jumps up and he's like, okay, I'm gonna go figure out what's happening. So the casting director leaves. So it's just like me and David Laveau, John, Keone Amari. It's the whole team and me. And David's like, pull up a chair. So I literally just like pull up a chair and sit and talk with them. Mainly John. We had like a lot to talk about because we have like a mutual friend, and we just sat and chatted, and it was like probably like 5 minutes of just like getting to know each other, and it was the best gift in the world because I don't think, I mean, who knows, but like that was such a huge
Gift.
icebreaker for like
Yes.
before I even like got up into the material. It was so, and I walked out of that room and I was like, I think I maybe got this. And then I remember telling Ryan that, and he was like, "Oh, that's amazing! Like, good for you." Then they call me back another day, and I'm like, "Oh, bitch, now I'm not gonna get it because the fire alarm's not gonna go off." So so I walk in and I'm like, there's like no one there. It's just like me, maybe two other guys in the holding room, and there's one headshot on the table, and it's Ryan Steele's. And afterwards, I immediately called him, and I'm like, I think we're about to book this together, and then we did, and it was like so insane. Lost our shit.
Oh my God. I love that.
It was so insane. And then we had a plan. He was in Paris doing a show, and I had like a plan to go see him in Paris, and then we decided to like tack on a week in Italy. Like we were just celebrating our lives. We were like, we're about to be on Broadway in a Britney Spears musical together. Let's travel the
Oh.
world. Let's spend all our money. And then 2020 happened. So,
Right.
we
Great.
got the bus.
Great.
And then we were like, oh, okay, we don't have any
Wait,
money. Great.
you went to Europe with Ryan?
Yeah. I went to Paris to go visit him and see the show because he was doing an American in Paris there, which is like how we met. And I wanted to see him like close out that show. And then we went to Italy for a week. It was unreal.
I literally love, first of all, I freaking love Ryan. Can you please text him? Tell him to come up on here.
Okay, he told me, he was like, please tell Salisha that I'm sorry I haven't responded. I'm absolutely down. He was like, yeah, I tell her that I'm down.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Great. Done. Awesome.
It's done.
Okay. I love that story. And also like, I think it's a testament to like when we go in for auditions, it's not always about what we think it's about.
No.
It's not, right?
Well, and that's what the whole self-tape thing.
Perfect.
Yes. Yeah. The self-tape thing is really taking away from things like that because the self-tape is about being perfect and is about like presenting this nice little package for them that like I don't book jobs like that. I book jobs because of the vibe, because of the energy in the room.
Yes.
And it's just so I wish it would change. I wish we could go back to in-person auditions.
Oh my gosh, that is so real. I don't book because I'm perfect. I book because of a vibe. In fact, when I go in person, sometimes I like will mess up on purpose so that they can see my personality and breathe for a second. And I'll be like, "Oh, I messed
so
up."
Meta.
It's so true though. I'm like, I needed to feel like we're in a rehearsal together, not like I'm presenting finished material.
Absolutely.
And so I will mess up on purpose, even though I went in for an in-person today. And Steven.
Oh, really? For what?
I blew it. Life After? I think
What's
it's
that?
a new musical. It's happening in Chicago or something like that over the summer.
And you blew it?
I blew it.
Oh no.
Oh my God. I blew it. Like the music, and the writer was sitting right in front of me. I was like, I know I'm effing this up. I'm so sorry.
Okay, are you one of those people though? Are you one of those people who like you book the things that you don't think you're gonna book? Like it's always the jobs you don't think you're gonna get, and those the ones you do.
Well, yes and no. Sometimes when I'm gonna get it, I can feel it, but usually the ones that I get, it's the ones that I mess up at.
Oh, interesting.
Which is why I go out of my way to mess up and all of the auditions that I actually want. I know. Sounds crazy.
I mean, hey, we all have to play games like that sometimes.
Playing games. But I really messed up today, though. So.
Yikes, I'm sorry. That sucks. But it's okay. More to come.
No, it's okay. I felt like we connected in the room. So we'll go with that. Last thing before I let you go. What's your first memory of Britney Spears?
My first memory of Britney Spears was we were in this house. We were living in this house that like my dad didn't have for very long, and it was truly like, and I wasn't really this gay boy. Like I feel like every gay boy has this story, but like I really was more the gay boy who was like playing video games and like jumping on the trampoline and like figure skating. But today I was secretly dancing with headphones in to Britney Spears, like dancing my ass off in my room, like going for it. And then I like turn around and my brother has been watching me for like a minute and he's like, dinner's ready. And I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm mortified." Oh, wait, so that was my that was my Britney Spears core memory right there. She got me living a little too hard.
Oh, is there such a thing as living a little
No,
too hard, especially if
no.
you're dancing on Broadway to her music?
Okay, listen. We just need the Broadway part to come around. All right, let them know.
We just need the Broadway part to come around and
Oh yeah, it'll happen. I'm sure it will. Me too. You can find me on Instagram at Stephen Brower, or you can find me on TikTok at Stephen underscore Brower. What did I cut out? Mhm. People can find me on Instagram at Stephen Brower, Stephen with a PH, or on TikTok with what's the handle? At Stephen underscore Brower. Trying to be better on TikTok. I gave up for a while. Is she? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Good for her. I mean, it's the new frontier. Self tapes, and TikTok. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's okay. You got a podcast. You got your podcast already. Don't worry. I love you too. Of course. Thanks so much for having me. You're amazing. I'm so impressed with you. Thanks for having me. I love you too. Bye.